Okay, what I'm going to speak today, I tend to remember a song which was there in my, I think 23 years old when I was. In the year 2000, there was a movie called Pukar. Madhuri Dixit, Prabhu Deva, A.R. Rahman composed, K Sara Sara, which means whatever is going to happen, it will happen no matter which mighty force comes into being. You want to listen to the song? Just one clip. Of course, आपको याद आ गया होगा. Of course, the Gen Zs would say, what is this? But this was a wonderful song. Let's come to the context. The context is Japanese yen is a currency which has had a history of continuous depreciation. मतलब ये करेंसी गिरते ही जाता है, गिरते ही जाता है, गिरते ही जाता है. जब इंडियन सोचते हैं $1 इक्वल टू 95-90 क्यों है, तो उनको दिखाते हैं कि यार $1 इक्वल टू 160 येन है, तो इतने भी खराब नहीं है अपने. एंड 1 rupee is equal to around 2 yen. It becomes good now. Oh, 1 rupee is around 2 yen. So this is about Japanese yen. Now Japan passed through a period of deflation and recession. और deflation recession में क्या किया जाता है? The central bank fights the recession by cutting interest rate, by increasing money supply, and that's what they went on doing. And because of near zero interest rate, Japan entered into a liquidity trap. Its currency always depreciated. It went on falling. It helps exports, but it hurts imports. But that was the only way that Japan thought it could come out of the mess it is in. It has not happened. Now that Iran war is going on and the price of energy is shooting up, and many of the things which Japan used to export, now it is importing. It's becoming very difficult for Japan to actually import the stuff. It is sitting on around $1.2 trillion of forex reserves, out of which around $200 billion is hard cash. The remaining is treasury securities. So it is the largest holder of US treasuries. Now, what would a country do in such a situation? Obviously, sell the dollar reserves. थोड़ा सा हल्का कर दो. Generate the funds for the purpose of imports and for the purpose of growth. But if that were to happen, Uncle Sam would be unhappy. कि ये तुमने कैसे कर दिया? भूल गए क्या? Hiroshima, Nagasaki. You understanding? And it was such a stupidity when I heard Trump say this right now when US together with Japan intervened in the currency markets. And listen to what Trump said.
To support who?
To support the Japanese currency.
Because we have a good relationship with Japan. We're very strong, very, very strong financially. They have a weakening yen, and they wanted a little bit of help, and we're always there for Japan. Japan's been very good to us, with the exception, of course, of Pearl Harbor.
Can you beat it? This guy is going to do something to help Japan. And at the same time, he's saying that, Japanese have been good to us, but except for, Pearl Harbor. Anyways, let's come to the main thing. So the main thing is that Japanese yen recently depreciated to levels of around 165. And that was too much. That will become too costly for Japan to import. And therefore, something needs to be done. I think they had some meeting and they decided that they will do a dual currency intervention. The Japanese central bank and the US Treasury both will buy yen and show to the market that we are there. You cannot just take us to wherever you want. So, you must be knowing about the yen carry trade. मतलब Japanese yen has become a funding currency. लोग borrow करते हैं Japanese yen at 1% and then invest करते हैं हर जगह. In US, if they invest, they earn around 3% US dollar का interest rate. They invest in stocks, they invest in bonds. Japanese yen has become a funding currency. And it keeps on depreciating. तो चिंता भी नहीं होता है. हम ऐसा currency borrow कर रहे हैं जो चुकाते समय गिरेगा. तो such that चुकाते समय भी फायदा होगा. Which we call uncovered interest arbitrage. I am sure आपने सुना होगा कि borrow करो yen 1% पे, convert करो डॉलर में, invest करो डॉलर में 3% पे, 2% कमाया, और जब येन लौटाना पड़ेगा उस समय येन गिरा हुआ रहेगा, तो डबल मस्ती करेंसी में भी और इंटरेस्ट रेट में भी. Now this is like happening at such a massive scale that it doesn't stop. In order to teach these guys a lesson, the Japanese central bank, together with the US, they decided one of the biggest currency intervention. Okay, the US talks about the masiha of capital markets, that we should allow the free market exchange rate determination. But where does all this masiha panti goes when they actually do such stuff? And you know what? They did it not with dollar yen, they did it with euro yen. Yani US ने yen को buy किया against euro, not against US dollar. Why? Because against US dollar करेंगे तो US का और perpetual problem हो जाएगा. What is the biggest problem US is facing today? The biggest problem is that their deficit has crossed $40 trillion. $40 trillion. When Trump had come to power, he had said that he will prune the deficit. He will ensure that the deficit comes down. He will cut expenses and all that. But you know, what did he ultimately come out with? The one big beautiful bill. I hope you remember. The one big beautiful bill is a big contributor to whatever US का burgeoning deficit जो हो रहा है. Only a couple of days ago, the 30-year US Treasury rate had hit the all-time high of around 5.33%. Don't quote unquote figures from my side. I may be wrong because I don't pick up figures, I pick up themes. So 5.33%, and what effect does it have on the economy? Obviously, mortgage rates shoot up. At the same time, capex and all the capex that they are planning in the AI data centers, they become costly. So this really becomes a very difficult portion because US has to ensure that the long-term interest rates are curtailed. The interest expenditure of US is beyond imagination. There is a growing discussion in the media over the last 5-7 years that can US default. Of course, that's a talk for another day. But the point is that the manner in which US deficit has been shooting up under the Biden administration and now under the Trump administration, it is very, very difficult to fathom as to how it can be brought under control. So accordingly, US doesn't want its interest rate to go up. If Japan sells US Treasury bonds, in that case, obviously, Treasury prices will fall and yields will rise. And this in turn will be catastrophic for the US markets. So they decided to help Japan. You know what Trump was saying. Okay, kitna help tha wo aapko hi pata hai. And what happened as a result of it, and what was the extent of this? I think the extent was around $80 billion was the size of the intervention. If you ask me, if I compare with the past, कि ये intervention previous interventions के मुकाबले कितना solid था, तो previous interventions के मुकाबले this intervention was the second largest to the best of my memory. Okay, the largest was once in 2011, but that was ulta. That was the time when they wanted, okay, Japanese yen to depreciate, and therefore they sold yen. And this time they wanted yen to appreciate, so they bought yen. Okay, the Japanese central bank did it and US Treasury did it. And you know the dramatic way in which they did it. Matlab, I seem to not understand. This is really, movies will be made on the Trump administration, especially Trump 2.0, because this guy, Treasury Secretary, he goes to a media conference, and on his hand there is a notepad in which it's written to do, and to do ke niche likha hua hai buy 5 billion or 10 billion Japanese yen. Anybody could obviously spot this. Anybody could spot this. These are obviously secret affairs, and this guy was once, way back in 1992, working with George Soros, right at the time when George Soros went after the British pound, and when we speak about the fact that they made whatever $1 billion in a single day. Okay, he's the same guy. Of course, he was youthful at that time. He was on that side of the table where he was attacking governments, and this time he's trying to defend governments. So the entire 360-degree circle takes place. My take is that no matter however you want to intervene, you cannot prevent market forces. Of course, people who are doing yen carry trade, they got a shock because it was a massive intervention, and therefore from 165, I think the exchange rate came to 155, but then it has reversed back to around 159. So it's just a question of time, and you will find once again the slide will start, and they are perhaps hoping that the Iran war will come down, will stop by that time, and oil prices will come down, and then Japan would not be in a hurry. But I just imagine that if such a thing actually happens where Japan has to sell US Treasury. In that case, other central banks may follow suit, and that would be a unsurmountable black swan event for the entire economy. Okay, for the entire financial and world economy. Okay, we are having a number of news right now. News, I mean to say, that which has never happened in the past, and people who apply financial models based on historical simulation or historical scenario analysis, that's not sufficient at all, because things are happening now. Template is written right now which has never ever happened. Japan has a lower fiscal deficit, I think somewhere around 1% of GDP as compared to US. Japan's net debt is narrowing down. Japan is in a much better shape fiscally as compared to US. So in that case, you have something that a strong party को एक weak party बचा रहे आ रहा है, and I can't digest the thing. So Japan has to rethink as to what does it want to do in future. Does it want to continue with the easy monetary policy and keep interest rates down and let yen depreciate and let yen become the ATM for the world? It is. Yen is described as the ATM for the world. ATM में अपने जाते हैं ना पैसा निकालने, तो जापान में आप जाते हैं पैसा उठाने. It is the ATM for the world. And this, if it is okay with the Japanese government, if they feel that they are so much dependent on exports that they need to do this. But if I were the policy maker, I can't see this sustainability. I think they need to change the policy. They need to come to a respectable interest rate in a staggered manner. I think the September meeting of the Japanese Central Bank would be very important to watch. Everybody is watching, and people are expecting the Japanese Central Bank to raise interest rates. Okay, so gone are the days when Japan will keep on keeping low interest rate and become a funder to the world and to the arbitrageurs. It is high time that they think about the economy, they learn lessons in basic economics, and they think that friendship with US has to be obeyed up to a certain level. It cannot be breached while it hurts you and bleeds you at all corners. So this is the presentation which I wanted to say. I did not want it to be too technical, so I've given you some episodes for you to research. You can research the Plaza Accord 1985. You can research 2011, whatever happened. You can research why Japanese yen keeps on falling, and you can research whatever types of intervention right now has been done and whatever is the state of the currency markets. I could have spoken more about what happened to the options market and implied volatility when the intervention was being made. But, some things have to be done by you. I can just provide a certain direction of thought. Thank you.